microphone, Mr. Surrey. Let's see, does that help, guys? Let's see. Can y'all hear me now? Ooh, now if I could get chat to work. Let's see. No audio, no audio. Thank you, thank you. Yes, now you can hear me. Okay. I just didn't have audio attached to this overlay for some reason. Hopefully when I switch screens, there we go. Okay. Should have audio now. Good. Yay. Yay. Let me see. Did it do it that time? Make sure. Yep. Yep. Properties. Yep. Good. Okay. Got it added to that. Okay. Default. Okay. Swear I'm gonna be pretty good at this one of these days. Good. I have some new features going to show up today, which y'all are going to really like, which is really cool. Hopefully. That San Juan had passed today or on my mom's birthday 2 days ago. And so now I've got Herschel passed. Yeah, that's amazing. And then I had somebody else. Where's my pictures? Who was that? Dane, D-A-N-E-E, Crane, passed 2 on Saturday. Thank goodness. Yay. That's awesome. Who else? It's good to see everybody. Victoria, Charisse, Jen, good to see you. OBI, April, Brandy, Sneeka Pika, Sonia, good to see you. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Brandy. I've got all E&M questions this afternoon. Sorry, the boys were running late with baseball practices and stuff. Hey, Karen. Hey, another Jen. Somebody is taking another Jen Mobley. She's going to be taking her exam on March 25th. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Casey. Hey, A1C. Hey, DD. Good to see you guys. Casey just ordered some items from my shop to help her out. Hopefully to help her out, but yes. That's awesome. I hope they work so well. Sneeka Pika says her name is Cynthia. Almost like my mom's name, but spelt with a S. Very cool. Minka is taking hers on February 24th. Oh my gosh, is that like tomorrow? No, in 2 days. Bless your heart. So is Rosa. Rosa is taking, oh my gosh, Rosa. And Rosa has given away so many membership subscriptions. So I wish you the best in 2 days. Yay. What's going on TikTok? Do you go over ICD-10 guidelines? Sorry, excuse me. Today, while like 5 minutes ago, I just ended a brand new workshop from the HIM people who did an excellent workshop. I listened to it till just a second ago, took some screenshots. I have the PDFs of their workshop today, and it was over all the brand new ICD-10 codes for because I haven't really opened that book for 2023 yet. And so I thought I would attend this live. And so I was watching it right up until this one started. And they went over a lot of brand new codes. So I will refresh their info and go over that sometime this week. I just need some time to fix that up. But I just learned a whole lot of stuff like 5 seconds ago. Thank you guys for meeting the TikTok goal of 20 tiny dinies. You guys are awesome. That helps support the stream and the content, but also I send that money straight to Twinkle, who will give out free YouTube memberships for people too, and that just goes right back out to you guys. So thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for the 27 TikTok subscribers and the YouTube members. You guys are helping to keep me motivated, of course, to help bring you guys some new content. Let's see. Melissa still can't hear anything. I have it going out. Can you hear me now? Let me see. Can you hear me? Hear me now? Hey, Twinkle. How's it going? So I just listened to a huge webinar about the brand new ICD-10 ones. Great. Perfect. Okay. I had another audio inputted in there, so maybe I had messed it up, so I just turned it off. Okay. Anyway, let's get some of this digestive system little pieces put into this little body for our anatomy part today. I'm sorry, Melissa. Make sure your Bluetooth is off to devices your sound could be connected to. Sometimes earbuds, that kind of thing. Victoria's got some to do too. Oh my gosh. I think I sent Twinkle 5 memberships to do today. So if you want a free YouTube membership to my exclusive data, be sure to log on to the live on to YouTube tonight and participate in chat by talking or sending emojis. Whenever we get going here, I'm sure somebody will probably give away some free memberships, and the way you win is YouTube picks the winner. We have no control over it, but it will pick somebody that was also make sure your YouTube volume is turned up. Yep. Plus 3 more. Because Twinkle's birthday month, she's given away 3 subscriptions all on her own tonight. So that's awesome. Maybe not 20 like she did the other night. That was funny. But anyway, it was cool. B. Can I purchase the workshop that was done on Sunday? Yes, you sure can. If you go to my website, Medical Coding by Jen, you go to the shop right there. And that website, by the way, is this one. Isn't that fancy how now I have the writing on there? medicalcodingbyjen.com. That's the website. If you go there and then scoochie down, this is all the CPT notes that I have for you. This is the ICD-10 notes. Then right here are the last two workshops. The one that we did on Sunday, which was all cardiology, L-spine, and Appendix L and E&M cases, is right there. You just add that to your cart and you'll get the replay. If you look at the very top of that PDF, there's an HPP / YouTube. That's where the link will be. When you purchase it, you'll download that PDF, and that link is right there at the top of that PDF. Go back to our digested. Anybody know what this stuff is right here underneath the ear? What would that be? I'm sorry about audio cutting out. Anybody know what that would be? Thank you for the heart hands, Mama. You are awesome. Thank you for supporting the stream. Hey, Caddy, I mean. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the follow, Liz. Hey, Pre. Hey, Go-Kart. Good to see you guys. Ooh, Caddy. Throwing in the cat paws, too. Thanks, Mama, for the hearts. Thanks for the ice cream cones. Thanks for the crown. Aw, y'all are so nice. What would we make this stuff be behind there? We got salivary glands. So we've got the esophagus, right? That's probably there. And then we've got the salivary glands. We've got sublingual. We've got the P1. Where would that be? Below or above? And then we've got submandibular gland. Do I have those in the right areas, or do we need to move them around? Where would they be? Do I have them right? Is our parrot on top? I think that's the way I used to remember them. It's mingled in with the facial nerves where people get Bell's palsy. Our parrot is on top. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's just the way I remember it. Sublingual under our tongue, and submandibular is our last one. Looks good to me, right? Yeah. Yeah, we don't choose who wins. It just is all random by us. Yeah, we have no idea who's gonna win. No idea. All right, what's our next things we could do really quickly? Let's see, this big red thing right there on top. We know that's got to be our liver, right? We can bring that down. What is anything else? Ooh, our little green thing. We know that's our gallbladder, right? I've had mine removed. I started having gallbladder attacks at age 15, and I waited and waited and waited till, man, I guess I had to have been close to 40 until I got mine taken out. I didn't want to do it, but I suffered long enough. Ooh, what did we get? We got a super chat.
Donated $5 through super chat.
Did y'all hear that? I have it announcing now and letting you know when we have a super chat. So thank you for Ramon for doing a super chat. I really appreciate the support. That will also turn into giving somebody a free YouTube membership probably on Friday. So thank you so much. Did y'all see and hear that alert? My son figured out how to link YouTube to my OBS to read out every time somebody donates something and do an alert. So I thought that was super cool. Don't ask me how he did it, but I don't know. It was fun. I was hoping it was going to be fun and that I could get it to work while I was doing a live. Thank you so much. So our pharynx. I wonder if this is our esophagus and then this is our pharynx. Since it's so high up, probably, right? All right, where is our little thing out to the side over here? The little purple thing right here? Anybody know what this is? It's underneath our stomach. People are always getting those stomach cutout thingies. I worry about getting that done because if I did get it done, would my stomach just grow back to being big again when I ate again? I don't know. I don't know how that helps. But what is underneath that stomach right there? Yep. I have all E&M questions coming up tonight. As soon as we finish our anatomy, we will be doing all E&M. So hang in there. Is that our pancreas or is it our spleen? I don't know. We've got this little yellow thing underneath our stomach and we've got the purple thing. One of them's a spleen and one of them's pancreas. Let's see, where's the pancreas word? Right there. Do we have those correct or do we need to flip them? What do you guys think? Thank you for the little crown. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know if TikTok people can see any of this. Let's try the bigger screen. My microphone is like right here, so it might get in the way. Do I need to swip these? Pancreas? I think our spleen is out to the side because that one's the one that gets lacerated all the time. The pancreas is kind of protected. What's underneath our large intestines? This one right here, the big one with the big coily things. Let's see, it's not cecum. Is that transverse? Transverse, maybe? That's better. Good. Good, 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 good. Thank you for being a subscriber, Mama Girl. And Tay Tay. Love it, love it. The whole house is watching this and debating this. Oh gosh, that's awesome. Hey, we know where the anal canal is, right? Or anus. Oh my gosh, there's two of them. That's even going to be difficult. Let's see. Okay. It's like you think, and then they've got the rectum too. So there's like, really? Oh my goodness. All right. Transverse. What comes after? What comes down? So this is transverse. What's down? Down should be easy because we know that is another word for down. Is it descending or ascending? Thanks, Vicki. Oh my gosh, what's going on YouTube? Transverse. I've been out of school for a while, been trying to apply for every job, rejects me due to lack of experience. You know, I have a huge thing to say, and some super good advice on how to interview properly for those jobs. If you haven't yet, be sure and join my Discord group. I have some really cool verbiage to say when you're interviewed that could make a difference, especially the part where you say that you are mentored by a huge study group, which is led by an award-winning medical auditor. There's just a lot of things you can start doing and change in the way that you're applying and the places that you're applying. In my Discord group, we have a room for, it's all free, so when you do decide to join, but we do have a room. Oh Lord, we got new updates. We have a room that is all set up for job resources, so super helpful for sure. All right, let's see. Where did my ascending go? I think this one might be ascending. Now, what about the bigger stuff in the middle? They have an upper part and a lower part. Oh, good gracious. Where is the duodenum? Because that's up above. Gonna have to break out my CPT book. Don't forget you've got your anatomy drawed in your CPT book. It's not the same exact picture, but it's close enough. At the end of our stomach, right there, yep, that's going to be our duodenum, right? Right there. Close. Our spleen is out to the side. Our pancreas is inside. Then we've got our transverse. Ooh, this could be duodenum, right? Could be duodenum. And then cecum or ileum. Could be cecum too. Oh Lord. Cecum? Where's the cecum? What do you think? And then what's below that? Or the ileum. Could be the ileum up top And then the cecum down below. Good gracious. These are difficult. It's the way the picture's drawn. Do they even have the appendix there for us to do? They do have the appendix. Appendix. That tiny little thing down here that usually gets squashed. But see, then we've got stuff here and stuff there. This one. Hard to see. Where would we put our descending colon? Probably got it all messed up. Where is the appendix? Appendix? Yeah. What's that? Descending colon, I bet. Descending? Maybe? What's that one? Or is that descending? Sigmoid. Sigmoid colon. Could be sigmoid. Oh. And then we got all the bottom stuff. All the very, very bottom stuff. One of them's anus, one of them's rectum, one of them's anal canal. Well, let's do canal on top, of course. Rectum's higher than the anus, right? I don't know. What do you think? Any of that right or not at all? The descending is after the ascending. Yeah, I've got ascending here. Said the descending is after the ascending. Yep. I got ascending on top, descending down here, but who knows? Does anyone know if we get results instantly on the online exam? Some people do. Some people takes 3 days. You never know. Never know. Descending, sigmoid maybe after descending and then sigmoid. Yep, descending is on top of sigmoid. I agree. Put that there. Sigmoid. Yeah. What do we think? Yeah, it's tricky. It is. Switch the sigmoid and the descending. All right, got that. All right, let's just hit check and see what we got. Got them all right except for the rectum and the anal canal. The rectum is the highest one up. It's way up, I guess. I knew it was. And then the canal, the anal canal. Did good though. Did good. That's rough. That was rough. All right. Let's see. What else are we going to do today? We were going to do just my website there in case they needed it for anything. And then we've got E&M questions. Let's go back to our E&M questions. Yep. Don't y'all worry about that question. Not at all. What we're supposed to do, of course, is go to the answers first. Everybody can hear me. Hopefully everybody on YouTube and TikTok can hear me. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Really appreciate it. You're welcome, Jeanette. Hopefully that's helpful. So when we do E&M, I don't like to use the process of elimination unless the question was something like if it had all ER codes except for one code wasn't. So if it went 82, 83, 84, and then one code wasn't an 80, only in that instance might I use the process of elimination and cut out that extra fourth code that wasn't related to the ER. But in general, I just need to know what the headers are for each one of the answers when I'm doing an E&M question. So if I was doing this question during the exam, what I would do is write down, if I can. If you're doing it online, you're going to have to keep it straight in your head. And I suggest doing 2 codes at a time. Look through your question and then do the other 2 codes if you don't find what you're looking for. But for this one, we'll pretend we are doing an in-person exam where you can write on the test booklet. And so this one is definitely an ER header. What's our header for our 99252? And the best thing to do is while I'm practicing these, run to the codes in the CPT book. I can't tell you how many times I've tutored people who've watched a ton of my lives, but when I tutor them, I make them go find the codes in their own book by themselves, and they've never done it. They've just watched me or seen others tell them what the header is for these codes. So while we're doing these, be sure and go find the codes in your book, because a lot of this is building up your muscle memory in your fingers and trying to get through this book and find codes the fastest, most efficient way. Remember also too to look up at the top corners of your book pages where it gives you a range of codes, like the 99225-99226. Looking up there as you're searching for code numbers instead of looking at each page and letting your eyes go up and down each column will only slow you down. So only look at the very, very top until you find a range of codes that includes a number that you're looking for. Then you stop and look your up and downs through the page. This one is our hospitalization consult. What is our 99221 header? Oh, yay. I wonder why it didn't stop me. I don't know why the alert didn't go off, but I'll figure that out. Let's see. Do I have alerts? I do have alerts. We have Twinkle giving a gift of a subscription to YouTube, and Sneaky Peek won a month-long subscription to my YouTube channel, so she is going to be able to view all my exclusive content, which is all those workshops, which is super helpful for her. She'll be able to pause them when she sees a question, work out the answer by herself, and then hit play, see if she got it right. A lot of those workshops are just by category or by header. So like all cardiology or all musculoskeletal, 3 hours of back-to-back questions that way. Great way to practice for the exam. This one is for our admit hospital. I like to call it admit instead of initial inpatient because of the distinctions in the book, it's important to know that that's an admit code. This one, our 99234, is our combo. It does admit and discharge for observation. So for this question, we just need to know, was our patient in the ER? Are they still in the ER? Did they get a consult from a physician once they were already admitted into the patient hospital? Are they being admitted right now, or did they get admitted and discharged? So we're going to read the last sentence in this question first. That's where our eyes are going to go, the very first. I can't tell you how important this is, because a lot of times you're going to assume you need to code an inpatient situation where you probably only need to code a procedure code or something. That last sentence will help you out with that. So let's check it out. Our last sentence says, what E&M services are we going to report for the ER physician? So it's giving you a directive on exactly who you're supposed to code, no matter what's going on in this question. What did the ER doctor do to the patient? So I'm going to skip all this stuff that says anything other than what the ER doctor did. I'm not going to care about this neurosurgeon and his consultation because of this. I'm not going to care about anything else other than what the ER physician did. I still don't see anyone with a correct answer. Thank you guys for doing the thumbs up. Yes, Twinkle on YouTube. Thank you guys. And thank you for the 4,000 likes on TikTok, the tapping of the screen. I really appreciate it. And sharing the live. So I don't see anybody with a correct answer. So the patient was admitted to observation. The only observation code we have is an admit and a discharge. Did we admit and discharge this patient? No, we didn't. So we're going to have to get rid of this. Since the patient was admitted, I can't do an ER visit. And since I'm not doing or billing or coding for the neurosurgeon's consult, I have to get rid of B too. So the only answer that is appropriate for this is C. Crazy question. It's due to the new guidelines that we have in 2023. Yes, C. Yep. Sneaky peeks. Isn't it crazy? It can't be D because we did not discharge the patient. There's no discharge. 99234 is an observation code, but it includes an admit and a discharge. Look at the third sentence of that CPT code descriptor, and you'll see that. Here's your rationale for this one. It says that C is the correct answer. The ER physician will not report the consultation. The ER physician actually saw the patient in observation care. The ER doctor did not admit or discharge the patient in the same day. So what you need to code is for the hospitalization admission. It is crazy. I know. Let's keep going. Thank you, Deep. I love the wows. Thank you, thank you. What if the place of service is listed as 22, not of 21? I don't know. On AAPC questions, it's not always what is codable in real life. None of this is real life situations. None of this should be looked at through a payer's point of view. If you are already a biller and a coder, that info that you have is only going to distract you and make you pick a wrong answer during the exam, and it'll be a reason why you can't pass. You need to not think about any other situations other than what the answers are. Your job for this CPC exam, whether it's a HEMA or NHA or AAPC, is to pick the most correct answer out of what the answers are. You're not coding. You don't need to think about coding guidelines. You have to think about which answer is the most correct. You remember that in school. The last sentence tells you what you're supposed to be coding. We're coding for the ER physician. We know the patient was already admitted to observation, but we see that they were not discharged. So I know right away I cannot code the admit and discharge combo code. I know I can't code for the neurosurgeon consultation because the question didn't ask me to code for that physician, so I can get rid of B. Because the patient was admitted, that word right there means that I can't code an ER visit. So the most correct answer out of my options available simply for this exam question is just the 221. You just cannot throw anything in there other than your answers that you have right here in front of you. And you don't go looking for anything else other than what the differences are in your answers. If you start looking for things that aren't the differences here, it's going to slow you down. For sure. What is our header for our 99224? Now, what you do in your private practice, you do based off your private practice's guidelines first, then by your health plan guidelines per payer, because what you bill for Blue Cross Blue Shield is going to be different from Cigna. And then you hope for the best and hope no denials are sent back. And if you do get denials, then you have to work those and figure out what your issues are. But your number one first thing in real life is you go by your department's policies on what you would code. If your policy for your 22 place of service is one thing, then you're going to bill for what your policy and procedure is in your office. And then also consider what the payer is demanding. 99244, is that a consultation? I know, Deep, you're struggling. Remember to just keep it to just what the answers are. What the differences are in these codes for the exam is all you need to worry about. We know this is a new patient office visit. This is a new patient office visit. And we have 2 office consults, right? So we need to think about the reasons why we would bill for a consult or not bill for a consult. Here we go. There's your question. Be sure and review the last sentence first. We're billing for Dr. X. How did the patient get to Dr. X is super ooey important. Yeah, just these top two are the same two that we did on Monday. Then the rest of them are all different. But I know a lot of people weren't there. And they were such good questions. Again, so the criteria is we do have the primary care physician is requesting Dr. X. So first sentence right there tells us we can get rid of the new patients. This looks like a good referral. And it looks like our Dr. X will be provided with a letter stating how to take care of their patient. So that's perfect. We just need to figure out, are we a level 4 visit or are we a level 3 visit? Remember, our MDM is now chosen, of course, with time, but we don't have time. So if we don't have time, we have 3 elements now. Our 3 elements are the number of problems, the number of data reviewed, and the number of problems. That's supposed to be a D, but that don't look like no D. Let's see. I can do that. Number of problems, number of data reviewed, and then the number of risk involved in what the doctor did or didn't do for the patient. We're just dealing with some fingers, and the doctor prescribed some over-the-counter meds for the patient. Whoop-de-doo, that was a really low mental power for that physician to say, go take some over-the-counter meds. I'd have been mad about my time wasted there. So in general, you wouldn't elevate that to a level 4. And out of the 2 options, I mean, technically it probably should be a 42, but out of the options left, our best option is C. It may not be the proper way to code this particular office visit, but remember, you are not a coder for this exam. Out of the answers provided, only look for your differences in those answers and only pick the best option out of those answers. Don't worry about the rest. All right. What kind of header does 99468 have? 99468. And we can go to my ebook, right? We can somewhere if we wanted to look, but it's really the wrong one. I gotta go. I'm not going there. I need to go to where's my mouse? This one, and I need to go to that one. Vitasource. There we go. And then I can go to here and do 99. What was that code again? I always forget. 99468. 468. Just slow internet. It sure is talked about a bunch. 99468. What is our header? So I don't mean reading this descriptor. I mean you are going to go above it and see what your header is. Right? Our header for this one is inpatient neonate critical care. That's our header. We need to think about that when we're doing this question. Back to that. And we'll go back to our Word document. So we're in NICU. We have some guidelines tied to that if our patient is in NICU. What's our 99471? Be sure and try to get to the codes super fast in your book. See if you can't find them. A lot of them are out of sequence. They're all over the place. A lot of people come down to tutoring with me and they can't find these codes because they've never searched for them. So be sure and get to where you know where they're at. These are all separated. Twinkle just gave away another subscription. I don't know why it's not picking up your little things, but thank you so much. She just gave away another YouTube subscription too. Bring that up real quick. We'll see it pop up here in just a second. Through all that chat. To Ramon won. Congratulations. Alerts. I don't know why the alert's not working, but it's not. Oops. Sorry, just replying back to my son about the things not showing up. When did this start? It starts at 6:30 Arizona time zone. Yep. 471 is, the difference is 28 days to 29 days is our difference on that one. 29 days to 2 years, somewhere around there. Yeah, 24 months. And then our 75 is 2 years to 5 years. 2 to 5 years. So age could be a difference in this one, but because we have two that are in NICU, I bet it's a difference between these two codes. We have a guideline tied to this. If we have a baby that's in NICU, can we bill for the stuff that is extra? So here's our question. Mike is in the way. She is giving away another subscription. Let's see. Where'd my chat go? There we go. She just gave another one away, and Kayla was just gifted with a membership to the YouTube channel. I hope that one helps out so much. Yay! That YouTube subscription will get you also all my videos where I did book prep, so you'll be able to see my CPT book or ICD-10 book and watch me do book prep and see all my notes. So those are cool. Cool videos. Congratulations. So we're going to bill A or B with this one because we know 10-day-old babies are definitely not in this category and they're not in that category. So a 10-day-old baby that had some blood gases drawn and endotracheal tube and baby's on vent. Hey Red, good to see you. I miss you, Red. How are you doing? Hey Lady Love. I'm glad you came across my page too, Joy. I hope I can help you out. Be sure and check out my webpage, medicalcodingbyjen.com. Join our Discord group. It's completely free, has tons of rooms for practice examining, what to do with your ICD-10 book, your CPT book, what to expect on exam day, even job resources, grant information, getting an extra hour on your exam. All that info is listed in our Discord group. Super helpful. Because the baby is already in NICU, all services are covered once they're already admitted into NICU. When you see that a baby is in NICU, you know, per your guidelines, you do not bill anything with it. So you know for this question, your answer is A. If they're down in the ER, if they're in an ambulance, if they're down in critical care, those you can bill all that stuff. But once they're in NICU, NICU covers it all, whatever it is. It doesn't appear that way when you get the bill as a parent because they're going to individualize and charge you for every baby aspirin given, but according to billing for the health plans, we won't bill them anything other than the 68 at all once they're in NICU. Thank you, thank you. I try my best to give it to you in a relatable way so that you can remember it. All these different rules and guidelines are they're written with highfalutin language that is unseeable, really. I can't see it in my head, so I have to think about it in different ways. Now we've got this patient here. We've got a separation between two headers. We've got new patient, and then we've got regular established patient. Clear your headers before you do your individual codes. So is this patient new or established? Find that out first through your question. If you're on TikTok and you can't see the questions or you're having trouble, be sure and log on to my YouTube channel, which is under the same name, Medical Coding by Jen. And you can watch it live on YouTube, which you're getting a direct stream from my computer screen straight to your screen, which isn't through this camera and all that stuff. Thank you for the 4,000 likes and the 2 shares on the TikTok, and thank you on the YouTube for all the thumbs up. And I'm just seeing if I missed anything in chat. If I missed anything. So in my book of notes, somebody asked me what would I put. I put lots of notes in my book. But unfortunately, you guys on YouTube can't see my notes in my page books because of camera views here. But I put notes on where it says that the codes are at, and I say if the baby's under 6 years of age, you can bill as long as it's pre-admit to NICU or PCU, like at the birthing center or down in the ER, but you need to use modifier 59. And then I put down that you cannot bill next to those NICU codes after admit if they're already in there. So is our patient new or established for this one? It says the patient is established, so we can get rid of those. Now we just need to know, are we going to use the Q6 modifier or not? What is the Q6 modifier? Where would we find that code? CPT does hold some modifiers in it, but it does not hold every single one of them. All your modifiers are located in your HitPix book, so you need to get in a habit of being able to go run to that. So this is what I call my Dr. Gone modifier. So if you have a doctor who is gone on vacation and another doctor comes in to see that doctor's patients, they don't change the NPI number or anything that they bill for that patient. It's still going to be billed under the Dr. Gone's NPI number and everything. The only thing that will be added to that visit is that Q6 modifier to say that doctor is out of town and there's a fill-in physician filling in for that particular provider's patients that day. So we would use it if the doctor is gone. So there's the answer to that one. On the front cover of your CPT book, you have a list of some modifiers over there in your CPT book. I write in at the top where the symbols are listed, Q6 equals Dr. Gone. And I wrote that one in. I wrote in GA. I wrote in QW. I wrote in QC. So I write in a few of them that are super handy dandy to have during the exam. Maybe it's because I was touching the alert tab. I'm not sure. Still trying to figure out why my alerts aren't going through. Okay. We need to look for our differences between visits being minimal, low, moderate, or high with this question. Read your last sentence. First, it says no patient risk factors. That's nice. What do you guys think on this question? Oh, your YouTube is breaking in and out. Be sure, and if you're on YouTube, there's this little, you have your YouTube screen, right? Right in this area is a little circle wheel thing. If you click it, a box will pop up and you can change from auto format to a higher format like 720 or 1080p, and you can change the quality of it to a higher rate and it'll play back in a better view. I have some videos on that too. I still don't see anybody with a correct answer on YouTube or on TikTok. Why don't you guys try again on this question? Don't forget to look at, let me see, what page number should we be at? If you're in the 2022 book, you're on page 17 and 18. If you're in the 2023 book, you are on 7 or 8, I think. I'm getting them both open. Yep. Page 8 and 9. You are looking for the number and complexity of problems addressed. You're looking for the amount of data reviewed, and you're looking for the risk of complications. If any combination under data reviewed is 3 of the following, you might be high. So how many? We did an x-ray. What else would we do? That's 1. What else? Abdominal pain worsening. Cholecystitis. The morphine. If you're giving IV morphine, if you look under your risk factors for that particular one, under that column, you see that drug therapy with monitoring for toxicity is one of the risk factors that will shoot you up too high. And to show you that, let me see if I can't show you in the ebook real quick. Yep. And I need to go here, and let me go to here. And that page is going to be one of the last ones, I think. Yep. Oh my Lord. Is it there? Yep, this page, this table thingy that I'm talking about. So, if we're minimal, I'm talking about this last risk page tab right here. Low, moderate. It just has prescription drugs and minor surgeries and diagnostic treatment. But what high has that right here is that drug therapy that I have in pink right there. We're having to monitor. If anybody's getting IV morphine, they have hit the lotto at the hospital because nobody gives that stuff hardly anymore. But anyway, it requires lots of monitoring because you don't want them to pass away like Michael Jackson. You don't go give them some morphine and then go take a constitutional in the bathroom. That's just negligence and will land you in jail, right? So a whole lot of risk involved in that. Oh, let me get back to the Word document. So, yep, that one's high. So next to high, write IV morphine. And then that way you'll have that example for the next time you see it in your book. Again, take care of your headers first. Is your patient new or established? Figure that out first, because that will get rid of 2 answers and get you down to a 50-50 shot. Don't forget to read your last part of your sentence. My cat is out there singing singing. Thank you, Sonia. They give everybody trouble. I refused to learn E&M for my CPC exam. It was just too much. I couldn't do it after I did integumentary cardiology, appendix L, neurosurgery, lab path, medicine, plus the HitPix book and the diagnosis code book. My brain could not handle anymore. I couldn't do it. But back then we had 150 questions. So it wasn't, 10 of them were going to be E&M, but we didn't have cases either. So with y'all's exam, you only have 100 questions, and up to 16 could be all E&M related. So y'all have more emphasis on E&M than what I did, so I was able to get away with it, but I refused to learn it. It was just too much. It was just, I could do if they were new or established. The rest of it was just Greek. I didn't want to learn anymore. This one we do have time listed, which is nice. It says first time. So maybe we're a new patient, so we can get rid of those two. Now we just need to go off our time for this patient. Do we add our prolonged services for this or not? Just look at your parentheticals underneath the codes. I know, it takes time. First thing you look for are keywords that mean new or established. And I looked up first time. First time is something that you could write down as one of your keywords, like on page 13 or of the 2023, or on page 19 of the 2022. This is where all your new patient stuff sits. I write in a lot of things that mean new patient, like take over care. You could put first time written there. Just taking these keywords that you missed and writing them in on your book will help out a whole bunch. What else did I write down? Insurance company requires, take over care, patient decided to get a second opinion. Those all mean new patient visits are going to be coded. And this one we could put first time. First time are keywords that mean it's a new patient. And YouTube won't be able to see it, but that's what I do on my notes, is just write stuff like that at the beginning, and then I'll do examples of each level. What kind of diagnosis goes with the O2? What kind of diagnoses go with the O4? And then do some patient examples. My camera won't focus from computer screen to paper notes, but that's what I do to help prepare for stuff like this. Just take a little piece from each little question, the one words that make the big difference, and put them on those pages. Here's our next one. Ooh, critical care. I love this code. This is one of my favorite codes. Can you get to it fast? If there's a chart tied to a code, then use the chart. Don't use the CPT code descriptor. The only thing you need with this code is time. So, how much time was the patient? Sometimes it might be written out as words like 1 hour, O-N-E, and 15 minutes, but then the 15 is a numerical number, so you have to think about that. Sometimes they'll have time in one area and then time listed in another area. You need to make sure that they're both critical care and add them if you need to. What do you guys think the answer is for this one? Hey, Sharik. Thank you for the taps. I got 4,000 likes on TikTok. Thank you for the thumbs up on YouTube. Y'all are awesome. Nicole, my dear, try again. You too, Samantha, try again. Charisse, try again. What about on TikTok? Anybody brave enough to try to answer this one? Jandy, try again. Mad Winona, try again. No one on YouTube is getting it right. Okay. D is not the correct answer. Try again. Yep, the last question was, 65 minutes. And because it was a new patient, you have to be over 74 minutes or some crazy number like that. I forget what it was. 75 minutes. You have to be 76 minutes for you to be able to add the prolonged service code. So because our new patient was not over 76 minutes long, then we do not get to add it. Good. If you're looking for the process of similarities, that's kind of cool. Jazzy was looking at this just numerically, looking for things that are similar, stating that A and C have the same answers, except for one is times 2, where A is not. Could be. How do we justify all that time? What would the answer be if it is A? How much time would that be? If it is A is the answer, it could be up to 104 minutes, right? That's all I really need to worry about. If it is C, then it is 134 minutes. How many minutes do we have? We have 104 minutes here, but I do see something that says about the next hour. Kind of have to be careful. Was there anything I needed to add to this? Was any of that? Because I see the word hour, but is that all the critical care time? Total critical care time was 104. So we know our answer is A. Because this answer goes from 105 minutes to 134 minutes if this was the answer. Yeah. You're happy you got one right? Yay. It says total time. Well, be careful. You never know. Sometimes they trick you on that. Looking for the similar numbers helped out? Perfect. All right. Are we going to bill minimal, limited, none of the above? What are we doing with this question? Twinkle is gifting another YouTube subscription. Yay. Let's see who won. Let's see. Who is she gifting away? It hasn't picked anybody yet. Let's see. I don't know, my stream is slow. Let's see. There we go. Did it pick anybody yet? It's still waiting. Y'all chat away. Yes, my notes are available on my website, and they're available on Etsy, but they're cheaper on my website. So if you go, let's see, go here, and wrong one, web browser, wrong one. If I go to here, yep. My notes are available here on my website at medicalcodingbyjen.com. Oh yeah, we gotta do that and do that. There we go. And they are cheaper there. But I do have them on Etsy. Etsy does not have my diagnosis code notes. Those are only available here, and so are my HipPix notes. And the replays to some workshops are only here too. The only thing I put up on Etsy is the CPT notes. Where are we at? We're going to go back here to our Word document. And Twinkle, who did she give it away to? Somebody won. I know she gave it away to somebody. If I can get it there. There we go. She gifted somebody. Who won? It took them a while to pick a winner. There it goes. Shias won. Congratulations. Thank you for the little soldier-looking girl. She looks so cute. Thank you for saying that information is awesome. I'm super glad to help you out, guys. What notes do I recommend you get? Well, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm here. I like to teach for free, and I like to help you guys out as much as I can for free, because getting your CPC is not really, it's expensive, but I try to keep it as simple as possible. I don't recommend courses. I try to teach you everything you need to know to pass the exam for free here. I'd really prefer you to try to do it all for free if you can. On my website, I do have a page here, of course, that you can, let me get rid of that real quick and get rid of that. Oop, wrong one. That one. Right here, that shows you, if we go under members only, if I can figure it out, I don't know what's wrong with my page, that shows you how to do CPT book prep under members only. I just don't know why my website's not working right now, but it will show you page by page of how to make your own notes, and you can click on each picture. There it goes. And you'll get the instructions, and you can make your own notes. Just click on it and it'll give you the instructions. I've got a ton of that right here. It's all free for you. How to do the anatomy, how to do your ICD-10. And then you watch my lives. I do them 3 days a week here. Hopefully you can take your exam and your notes will be perfect all on your own without my help, without you having to spend any money. But if by chance you don't pass and you really want my notes because you've heard so much about them, whatever, and you want to buy them, pick the ones that you do the lowest score in. That way you've got the notes for the best. Now think about also how many questions are you going to deal with per section. So like HipPix, there's only 3 questions for the entire exam for that particular section on the book. I have a chart right here on the exam that shows you how many questions are in each section. So, ooh, we got an alert. Thank you, Nicole, for...
Jada versus Jada donated 99 cents through Super Chat.
Thanks, Jada, for the super chat. You're awesome. So there's 7 questions are tied to guidelines. That's the most important area, of course. Then all the ICD CPT code sections, like the integumentary, cardiovascular, have more questions. Where HipPix only has 3. ICD-10 only has 5. Where anatomy, there's only 4. Thank you, Nicole, for subscribing to the YouTube. Thank you, Nicole, for the chat, for the super chat also. Here comes Nicole's.
Nicole donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
He's got a much calmer voice than I do. So that's super cool. Compliance and regulatory only has 3 questions. So think about that too when you're deciding on trying to buy. And of course, this free gallery of pictures is also available for you guys for free on my website. Super cool there. But I recommend just trying the exam yourself first, and then if you don't pass and you need my notes, then have at it. Buy the ones that you do the score the lowest in, but totally up to you. I like my ICD-10 notes. Those are super cool, especially for just the top 10 areas you need to be in: burns, sepsis, COVID, hypertension, diabetes, pregnancy. Those are all cool. HipPix is all in one bundle, so it's all everything, the entire book all in one. But cardiovascular is by far one of my biggest sections, which includes Appendix L with it. So super cool section. And then medicine is one of the biggest sections of all. Back to this question. Did anybody try the subscription on YouTube? Victoria said, don't forget, if you do the subscription on YouTube, you can watch videos of her making notes code by code. Yep, super important instead of purchasing the notes. Yep, not, and like, instead of doing the whole set of entirety of every section, I do pieces and chunks so that you can get started with that section and then you can finish it up on your own, which hopefully is super helpful.
I need your opinion. Does this look good together?
Under it.
Yeah.
Not over it, but yeah.
Under it. Okay.
Of course. Why wouldn't it?
No.
Why would you need my fashion?
No.
You just want to talk to me. That's all you're wanting to do. You're the fashion diva, not me. My child walked in. Sorry. He's gotten all crazy about what to wear at school. You know, you have a school uniform too, by the way. Not even supposed to be wearing none of that mess. So if a guideline is important for you to know, in my ICD-10 notes, I move that guideline to the codes where it affects. Super helpful to do that. Like all the cancer codes, you know, there's different guidelines if the patient has anemia due to the treatment of cancer. There's guidelines if the anemia is tied to the cancer or if it's tied to just dehydration. So you write the answers totally different each scenario you've got. So I have all that written in the cancer notes so you know which answer to pick at the code level, because the exam, all the answers are in the codes. So you have to go to the codes to pick an answer, but then the guidelines are in the front of the book, which is inefficient. So I like to move them over there so that it's easier. That way you don't have to look in 2 places during the middle of your exam. This question, have I seen anybody pick a correct answer? I think A. Let's see. I have a patient who was admitted last night. I haven't done this question at all. Oh, what did it ask us to do? Totally normal. Maybe if we see the rest of the question, that might help you guys. How is the EKG counted in the MDM level for the amount or complexity of the data to be reviewed and analyzed? That's helpful. Where was our last sentence? We didn't have it yet. This one's a 2-pager. I've got a case coming up that has a couple of pages too. So remind me to scooch you down. I get so distracted. Yeah, there are some changes in 2023. I was just watching a webinar right before I started teaching with some really good, helpful tips from, who was that? Omega Health was putting on right before my live, and I screen captured a ton of stuff and got my CEU from it tonight, so that was kind of cool. But they had some really cool things about some of the new codes. Like if you're going to code adverse effects, they have some new coding situations. That's 2 different coding situations, so it'll be neat. I'll present that data as soon as I can make up some questions and stuff around it, but it'll be nice. How are we counting the EKG? So our answers are limited, minimal, or none. How do I start on this question? Well, with the EKG is the only thing that we're worried about. They're asking us to deal with how is the EKG counted in MDM for the amount or complexity of data being reviewed and analyzed. So this patient, a cardiologist orders an EKG and provides the following interpretation. And look, the cardiologist billed the EKG. So, is this PCP going to bill for that EKG? Nope. Our answer is A. Gotta be. It depends on who interprets it and who's going to bill it. If the PCP had interpreted it and done it in their own office, that could have been added. It probably would have been a minimal as a unique test. But since the PCP didn't interpret it and didn't bill it, then we're going to be none. It's not factored in today's MDM at all. Yay, I was right. None. Getting a direct screen view of my screen, so you're not through a camera and all this shakiness, but you should follow on both. I help you from the exam point of view, from the question point of view, on how to answer your questions. Do this free 3 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 Arizona time zone, just to help you guys out. Let's see. What's our headers for our 99383s? Don't pay attention to the question yet. If you're already reading the question, you're doing this all wrong. What is our 99384 header? Where is that in your book? Can you get to it fast enough? Where is it? I always thought these codes were harder to find in the 2022 book than they are in the 2023. What's our header for this one? Good night, Angela. See you later. Yes, these types of questions will be on your exam. These questions do come from AAPC. It is, I like to call a risk appointment. This is a new patient office visit. We have 3 that start out with the same answer. So I feel like it's okay if we use the process of elimination and we get rid of this one, right? We just need to know, are we going to add another office visit with this one and do 2 visits in one? That's the only obstacle in this between these answers. Did we do another office visit? And if we did, would we bill it with this modifier or not? Let's check out our question. Was this other thing that the doctor did besides the risk appointment significant enough to include another specific history and another specific exam, head to toe, with a decision that was separate from a wellness exam that made a difference to be able to bill 2 visits? If it's a baby coming in for their 2-month appointment and they also have a diaper rash, that's usually not significant. Even if the doctor writes a prescription for nystatin or something for that diaper rash, it's really not that significant because all babies have diaper rashes, right? This would have to be a significant issue. Thank you, Sass. You are awesome. Thank you for the 5,000 taps on the screen, guys. The 40 of you guys. Don't wear out your fingers. Where are we at? Y'all telling them page numbers. If the page is fuzzy, what you do is at the bottom of your YouTube screen, down here, you have a circle little thing. Tap that circle, you'll get a box that'll pop up that says it's on audio. Change it to 720 or 1080p video quality, and those 2 options will make it unfuzzy. Why would I consider this a new patient and risk? Why would you consider this type of new patient risk? Let me show you. $99. What did it say it was? $384. Hold on. $384. What does my header say this exam is for? So, sorry. Let me see if I can't. Hold on. There we go. I gonna get there. So our header is in our mama code. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get y'all there where y'all can see it all. Not sure why. Because that's what the CPT code descriptor calls this appointment. And right here, it says it's new patient is our header, too, right there. if you're looking in your book. Thank you, Twinkle. Twinkle is giving away another YouTube subscription. And let's see who wins. Remember, a month worth of my YouTube for the exclusive content is $5 a month. You can stop at any time. But that month gets you book prep videos where you can watch me prep your books. You also get access to lives that I do, 50 to 70 questions at a time, all based on one subject, like all cardiology or all medicine section or all lab and path. YouTube has still not picked a winner. Please chat away, guys, in YouTube chat so that YouTube will pick out a winner. Somebody's fixing to win a free month's worth of YouTube membership. That's cool. An exam on the symptoms that the patient complained about. So as long as they did a complete history and they did a complete exam for the symptoms tied to the seasonal allergies, then we can bill for 2 visits. How would we bill it? Would we bill it with or without a modifier? Yep, it's lagging a little bit on my end too. Sorry. Yeah, it popped in and popped out with my internet for some reason. It hadn't done that all day, so this was the first time my internet hiccuped, so usually it doesn't do that bad. Last 2 weeks were really rough with the wind, but we've rebooted our server and everything's been running well Monday and today until just now. We're going to use this 25 modifier on this one and we're going to keep it. If you're going to do 2 E&M visits with the ones that have the 299s in front of them, you're going to have to add your 25 modifier, and it goes on the second code, not on the first. So if you see anything during an exam where the 25 is first code, you know you can eliminate that right away. Super helpful to know that. All ER visits, we don't have to go look for a header. We know all these 8s are all in the ER. We just need to know, did we do a level 2, a level 3, a level 4, or a level 5? That's based off time. It does not matter whether they're new or established here, or MDM. And remember, your MDM is now based off of 3 elements, which is the amount of problems addressed, the amount of data reviewed, like EKGs, blood work, that kind of stuff, and then the risk for the patient if time is not listed. So here's your question. Read your last sentence. Make sure you're coding for what you think you are. Unique test means for the data, if I did a CBC, I did a CMP, I did a TSH, all that is blood work, right? So that's just 1 point. Even if I had only ordered just the TSH all by itself, that's still 1 point because it's blood. If I did an ultrasound, that's 1 point. If I did a CT scan or an MRI, that's 1 point because it's unique. It's not the same thing as an ultrasound. It's unique. If I did an EKG, that's a unique test. So that's another point. Those raise up your factors. If you end up with 3 unique tests, you might be high If it's just 2 unique tests, you're usually moderate. If it's 1, you're low. So maybe those kind of things will help you out. So what do we think? I got a couple of C's, a D. This is blood work. This is a CT. We have a decision for surgery, maybe. Patient has a ruptured appendix. So we do have an emergency reason for going to surgery. Does that bump up our risk? Yeah. Yep. Going to emergency surgery is also going to increase your risk above what you've ordered here. So yeah, we're going to be a no 5. Yeah, and if you're checking out your pages on that lovely chart that's on, where is that one, on 8 and 9, the risk, underneath the risk table, it says the decision regarding emergency major surgery is going to keep you in that high box on page 9 of the 2023 CPT book. Oh boy, we get to bill for 3 different E&M codes. Lord. So we have a difference between the 23 and the 36 starting off. Looks like we've got 2 that are 36 and 2 that are the 23. So let's go look up those codes first. I wouldn't let these things confuse you. I would bury that. Don't worry about it. And don't worry about all the stuff that's coming after either. Just take this one step at a time to pick out the correct answer. So we've got 2 that are 223 and 2 that are 236. Just do it this way. 223. Is what kind of code? What kind of header is our 223? Thank you, Twinkle. Twinkle's giving away another subscription. Yep, admit hospital. We've got admit hospital. I don't know what you're doing. Stop it, drawing tool. It's acting all a fool. And then our 236 is our admit and discharge. Good gracious, hospital code. I don't know why it's boxing everything. Admit, discharge. All in one code. And that would have to be same day. And look here, we've got day 1 and day 2 and day 3. So we know we're not admit and discharge all in the same day, just looking at that. So we can get rid of probably these 2 right away. And that'll help you guys out a whole lot. So now what do you think the answer is? Would be a 3-1 for our subsequent, for our second day, or a 3-2 for our subsequent? Because that's the only difference. Our discharge is the same. Our admit is the same. They want to know, are we a level 2 subsequent hospital day or a level 1 on our subsequent hospital day? It's a lot easier just to break it down like that. That way you're not looking at the whole question all at once, going, oh my God, what do I do? So just focus on your day 2 and see what you would bill for that. Don't forget, time might be helpful. Ooh, time is right in the middle between them both. They're so mean. So mean with this question. Can you bill a C when you didn't meet or exceed the 35-minute threshold? Somebody's saying C, but look at your CPT code descriptor. It says 35 minutes must be met or exceeded. And your question has 30 minutes. How do you justify billing for 35 minutes when you only have 30 minutes there? If I'm in the right book. Am I in the right book? Yeah, I'm in. If you're in the 2022 book, you have wrong times. You haven't updated your 2022 book. And that will get you in a whole lot of trouble during the CPC exam. So if you're going to try to take your CPC exam with your 2022 book this year, you really need to go to my shop, buy a $20 document, and I'm sorry you have to buy it, but you need it. It'll turn your 2022 book into a 2023 book, the entire book, all in one download. I think it's like $26. You download it, it'll tell you what to change, like the times that changed in a lot of the E&M section. You'll be able to add the new hernia codes, new lab and path codes, and turn your 2022 book into a 2023. Yeah, so your answers would be on wrong information if you're using a 2022 book. But I have you a great document. When you download it, it shows you a picture of a 2022 book and how I changed it into a 2023. You also get a picture of the 2023 book for that code so that you could see actually how it's typed out in case you can't read my handwriting that I wrote into the 2022. So it's a really good document. It goes page by page through the entire CPT book and shows you how to update it so you don't have to spend that $200 on a new book. It does not include my regular notes with it. It's just plain, how do I change and update my 2022 book into a 2023, but it's the entire book all in one upload, download, whatever you want to call it. Super helpful. Aw. I wonder what they were doing. I wonder... Hold on, let me check on my end, Miss Twinkle. I know my membership is lagging. Somebody says Rush thinks that's a relief. Did he give it away? Let me see. I'm hoping it shows that it gave away somebody. I know she gave away 2. I'm hoping somebody got notice that they did win for sure. Let's check out our answer. A is the answer, of course, because that time you cannot bill, and we have time differences in the 2023 book. Yep. I was right on that one. Okay, here's our next one. We got whether we're going to bill for an office consultation, a new patient, an established, or initial observation care. What's our last sentence say? How are we billing for Dr. W? Only worry about Dr. W. Don't worry about Dr. X. What do we think? Wow, a APC rep called today and said we could have a personal-sized whiteboard and a marker and a basic calculator for in-person. Yeah, that's cool. I wish we could have it for our online ones. I wonder... Oh, let me check and see. I usually don't get an update on how many memberships I have until next day. Like it takes YouTube a couple, 24 hours to update the list. But let me see if I can see it on my end. Just a little bit to see. Just checking. Don't know. I don't know how to use the online one either. Let's see. Content, audience. How come I don't have enough male memberships? Yeah, I can't tell on my end yet. No worries. I know it's late in Georgia. What time is it? Oh, it's already 8:35. Yeah, this will be my last question anyway. This one looks like a consult. Does it look like a consult to you guys? Because we have Dr. X referred them to this doctor. So this might be a consult. New patient visit. Why is it not a consult? This is not a consult because Dr. Y is accepting personal responsibility and taking over care. Where did it say that? Referring in the patient severe, moderate decision making, CT scan, obstruction, Dr. W. What it also says, it doesn't say, is that he's going to do a report and send it back to Dr. X. Yep. And then it says right there, take over the care. Yep. That's why it's a new patient. Yeah. Too distracted. Anytime you see the words take over care and you don't see anything that says I'm doing a report back to the original doctor, then it's not a consult. That one's a new patient. I'll redo that one next time. We'll do another live on Friday. And I also have a class on Friday if anybody's interested and has always wanted some one-on-one tutoring with me and can't get in. I have a class this Friday coming up if you want to attend. Let me see if I can't get. I'm not on the right one. This one. Yep. If you want to attend, I think I still had some openings. It's 8:30 in the morning on Friday. You just go to the tutoring and workshop. It's $5. We do a couple of hours of super tough questions that might be on the exam that are guideline related, because the biggest part of our exam, of course, is the guidelines. And that class is called my repeat attempt class right here for my repeat exam takers. So even if you can't attend, you do get a copy of the replay video where you can watch it as many times as you want for the next 30 days. And then I put them online for the members to watch as part of their exclusive content. But that's coming up this Friday, doing one of those if you want to attend. I don't have a group workshop coming up yet, but the next one will be in March. And one-on-one tutoring, not doing that right now because it's audit season at my real job, but the one I get health benefits from. And I have so much work to do right now because it's the end of the year audit time. It's my one day to shine. I go in to the office one day a year, and that is coming up really soon. And I meet with a auditor who has a PhD and in medical auditing, which is super cool, which I'm trying to get to. So it's just down to the last 2 weeks of getting that data done. But as soon as I get done with this, probably in April, I'll be able to open up some more one-on-one tutoring. But just in case, a lot of it is a lot like my Friday's class. So if you wanted to attend in a group setting, you can, and it's just $5. That is coming up on Friday. Please don't forget to go to the social media tab and be sure and join this Discord group right there, because that's where the good go-go juice is at. I have a huge server that's a community that is for, just everything is separated. Each book is separated. Even each certification is separated. You can find tons of information here. You can ask your questions. If I'm not available, if I'm not replying to your emails or what have you, then post your questions in there and get some help. If your question is about something you purchased from me, contact me on the site where you purchased it. If you're on eBay, Etsy, contact me there. If you purchase notes from my shop here on this website, contact me here. Those emails, of course, get priority over everything else I can do or can't do. And then please help me request on where do I start, what do I do, here's my history, what would you advise me to do. I try to get to those as fast as I can, but a lot of people can absolutely help you in our Discord group too that have been with me a while. They know everything that I offer and can absolutely help you out there in Discord. Mention raid protection? What the heck is that? Discord is asking me all kinds of stuff. We slow down usual surges and mentions to prevent... I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what that is. But anyway. This is pretty cool too. When you are in my Discord, The rooms I have separated now. This is our main chat room. I have the rules and regulations right here. You know, be nice. Accept people's, don't stalk anybody, you know, that kind of stuff. And then where do I start? What do I do? All my best where to start videos are all here in this room under one collection. So tons of videos. I just posted them all in one room right there. Super helpful. And then all these rooms are meant to help you out. Practicode, Discord tips is right there. I want to move that one up high too. CEU help. You can see who all I've helped and who's passed in the 2 years we've been doing it here too. All the anatomy help. Tons of help in here too. People are showing off their notes and what they've done in their books. Super helpful. Yep. Discord is all free and super helpful, so be sure and join that. I'll be back on Friday at 6:30 Arizona time zone. For those who won the YouTube memberships, congratulations. I hope we get this glitch that popped up tonight taken care of. I'll jump on to YouTube and see what I can do for that twinkle as soon as I get off here. Other than that, I hope this was helpful. Don't forget you can watch these replays all you want on YouTube. They're there available for you. Right there. Boy, I got some formatting issues on this page. Good night, guys. I have additional educators here too, if y'all want to watch what other people are watching too. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, Lord. All right, I'm getting off here, guys, and I'll see if I can't help you, Twinkle. Talk to you later. Where is my thingy? There we go. In that.